minimalism is not a financial strategy. You can own less and still struggle with money. Because the real problem is not how much you have. It's how expensive your life is to maintain. Most people never calculate that. They focus on income and what they buy, but they ignore what happens after the purchase. Your income increases, and almost immediately, your lifestyle increases with it. Not dramatically, just slightly better everything. A better phone, a nicer place, more convenient daily spending. Individually, these decisions feel harmless, but together, they raise your baseline. And once your baseline goes up, it rarely comes down. That's where the problem begins. Because your expenses stop being flexible, they become fixed. Two people can earn the same salary, live in the same area, but end up with completely different results. One saves money consistently, the other saves nothing. The difference is not income, it's cost structure. A low-maintenance life creates space. A high-maintenance life consumes everything. And maintenance is what keeps people stuck, because it repeats every single month. Now let's make this practical. There are simple rules that change everything. First, think in usage, not price. How often will you actually use it? Not ideally, realistically. A $200 item used a few times is expensive. Second, watch hidden subscriptions. Some purchases repeat, even if they don't look like it. If you replace it often, you're paying again and again. Third, slow your decisions down. Most bad spending happens fast. Add time. 24 hours is enough to cancel most impulses. Fourth, define what enough means. Without that, your lifestyle will always expand. Income grows, spending follows, so you need a limit. Hold your lifestyle steady while your income increases. That gap becomes your savings, and savings create options. Options create freedom, not visible freedom, real control over your life. Because in the end, wealth is not what you show, it's what you keep. Now here's where it gets even more practical. Most people try to fix their finances by focusing on income, but income is only half of the equation. The other half is control. Because without control, more money just means bigger mistakes. That's why some people double their income and still end up in the same place. Nothing changes, just bigger numbers. Same pressure, same stress. So instead of chasing more income first, fix your baseline. Lower the cost of your life before you try to increase it, because that changes everything. It gives you breathing room, it gives you time to think, and most importantly, it gives you options. Another thing people ignore is how decisions stack. One bad decision is not a problem, but repeated decisions become a pattern, and patterns become your financial reality. That's why simple rules work, not because they are perfect, but because they are consistent. If every decision requires thinking, you will eventually fail. Because decision fatigue is real, but if you create rules, you remove the need to think every time. You automate discipline. For example, no impulse purchases, no upgrades without a clear reason, no recurring payments you don't actively use. These are not restrictions. They are filters, and filters protect your money. Because most financial mistakes don't come from lack of knowledge, they come from lack of structure. You already know what you should do. Spend less, save more, avoid useless purchases, but knowing is not enough. You need a system that makes the right choice easier and the wrong choice harder. That's how you win long term, not with motivation, but with structure. Because motivation fades, but structure stays. And once your structure is strong, you don't need to think about money all the time. It just works in the background, quietly, consistently. And that's the point most people miss. Financial progress should feel boring, not stressful, not chaotic, not unpredictable. If it feels complicated, something is wrong. Because the right system makes things simpler over time, not harder. And once you reach that point, you stop reacting to money and start controlling it.